Let's dive right back into another race that we were watching closely, which is the race for Attorney General.
So let's check back in with our political anchor, Jack Fink. He's in our newsroom for us this morning, and he's also with political expert Andrea Coker. Good morning.
Good morning, Carmen and Madison. So let's talk about the Texas Attorney General race. Both Republicans and Democrats were in the runoff.
We know the slate now.
That's right. So let's first talk about the Republicans. Mays Middleton, the state senator from Galveston, handily defeating Congressman Chip Roy from Central Texas, this time by 10 percentage points, which was even ahead of his lead back in March.
Have we ever seen such a successful nickname as MAGA Mays Middleton? I think that did exactly what it needed to do. It's also an interesting look in the future of Republican primaries. This wasn't an establishment versus a Tea Party MAGA candidate. This was a MAGA candidate versus maybe more of a libertarian, but still MAGA candidate. President Trump didn't really get in the race. I don't believe Governor Abbott got in this race.
He stayed out.
They let it happen. I think everybody was curious which side of the party was going to prevail there.
And it was kind of interesting in the sense that, you know, this did divide Republicans because Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick came out for Middleton, while Senator Ted Cruz came out for Chip Roy. So many members of Congress came out for Roy, and many members of the state legislature, the state Senate, came out for Middleton.
And interestingly, Paxton's candidate didn't even make the runoff. So it was a really, from the very beginning, this has been an interesting race. I don't think anyone thought Mays Middleton would spend the kind of money that he was able to. And
$16 million of his own money.
Of his own money. And I'd be on a beach, not in a runoff, but, you know, to each his own.
That's right. So let's talk about the Democratic race.
Okay.
This was State Senator Nathan Johnson handily defeating the former Galveston Mayor Joe Jaworski by 22 percentage points. No big surprise here because Johnson almost won outright in March.
He was so close to winning outright in March, and to mobilize voters for a statewide runoff election when you're already behind like Joe Jaworski was, he just didn't have the money or the name ID to cross that finish line.
And so now this sets up the battle between two state senators for Texas Attorney General. Middleton says his top priority is to defeat the left. When I spoke with Senator Johnson, his priority was to make this more independent, not be so partisan.
Well, and I think Republicans know that if they get all the Republicans out to vote for them, they win. And Democrats are trying to come into that middle, get some of those establishment Republicans, get those undecided voters. So I look for Nathan Johnson to continue to make a little bit of inroads into the middle.
All right, Andrea Coker, thank you so much. We are going to send it back to Carmen and Madison.